What's up, guys? Awesome day today. We hit 3,000 subscribers. Thanks to Madison and Jen for capturing that image for us. I'll link their YouTube down below. We were at work, so they were able to record that for us. So that's huge. Thank you, guys. Because of all of you, we've been able to continue growing as a channel, and it's fantastic, and we're excited for what is to come. But we felt like 3,000 was a good time to do a Q&A, and boy, did we get some questions. Plenty of comments. So thank you, guys. We're going to start answering a couple of those. Oh, by the way, we didn't ride today because we wanted to watch the Super Bowl, and congrats to all you New England Patriot fans out there. That was a killer game. I thought it was a good choice to decide to watch that instead of going riding, because that was a fantastic Super Bowl. I love football, so that's what you want out of a game. With that, let's jump into some of these questions. Alright, guys, first question is from Chris Garbo, and he asks us, what makes you and Ben such nice guys? I would say that the fact that we're just out there trying to have fun, and if something happens or something needs to happen to make the day fun for us and for somebody else, then that's not a big deal. So if someone falls and their ski's halfway up the mountain, going and get them their ski, like, that's not a big deal, and it'll make their day better. And they're just out trying to have fun. We're just out trying to have fun. So there's no reason to make it a not fun experience. So I feel like that's one thing that makes us nice guys.
Ryan Ralston asked, how many vertical feet have y'all rode so far?
When we check our Epic Mix app, it's saying we're at 301,000 vertical feet. Isn't that crazy for how many days we've ridden? One, because we did a lot of days at A Basin. But we ride the park chairlift, which is only like 250 vertical feet.
It's 148.
148. So we ride that like four to 10 times a day, and like that's not a lot of vertical feet. Even though we're getting a bunch of runs in. I mean, if you think about it, we've done 304 lifts, which is pretty nice. So where our vertical feet is small, we still get a lot of riding in. Just we're riding a smaller chairlift. Grant Aberg asked, why are you guys Packer fans? Also, do you guys go to school? So we're Packer fans because one of our parents were born in Wisconsin. I was born in Wisconsin. Ben's native to Colorado. But we were raised Packer fans. It's in my blood. I mean, it's technically in his blood. It's a great team, and I don't know. You just are a fan. That's who you want to root for, and like, I love the Packers. It's one of my favorite things to do is watch football because I like the sport and I really like my team. And then I do go to school. I go to American Military University. I'm 5 classes for my bachelor's in criminal justice, and I can have that technically whenever I want, but with the full season and the vlog and stuff like that, I don't have a very large class load. Ben's falling asleep, but no, he's not in school. So
we're actually more than just Packer fans. We're Packer owners. Fun fact.
Jack Rafferty asks, does Keystone ever put in a half pipe? Yes, and actually they have one in right now. They just haven't opened it to the public. It's not a very big one. It's more of a mini pipe. But they used to, back in the day, build an actual half pipe before the half pipe was 22 feet. So Keystone does build a pipe, and we're really excited for them to finally open that. And then he also asks, when are we headed to Vail? And we're thinking about going Tuesday. Weather plays a part. Like, we might go to Breck. I don't know. We never know if we're really, like, when we're going to go. We want to go. It's just hard with working. So we will be making our trip out to Vail, though. Like, we want to go to Vail, so. Alright, Josh Lewis asks, does your wife snowboard or ski? No, she doesn't. She's gone once snowboarding. It really wasn't her thing. It's not that big of a deal, because snowboarding is kind of like my thing. It's kind of like what I do on the side, other than like us hanging out, which is nice. It's good for everyone to have like their own kind of thing. And then like I'm off the mountain before she's off of work, so that's always nice. So it's like, doesn't even get in the way of anything. So she doesn't snowboard, but that's not the end of the world.
Countdown to Breck. You guys are awesome. You're always commenting on our videos. They asked, you've talked about water and staying hydrated, but not sunscreen. If so, what SPF rating, etc.? Any tips?
So yeah, I always stay hydrated on the mountain. I try and drink a lot of fluids before I get there, and if it's a long day, we're always taking breaks and drinking water. As for sunblock, I don't use it until like the end of the season, kind of in the March-April area, and I usually use about like 30 FPS, whatever. And that's a lot of reasons because I wear that face mask that kind of covers up everything. Mainly just the tip of my nose shows, maybe like over here. You'll see like towards the end of the year I'll get a sun stash because like my chin's always covered and everything like that, so only here's shown. My wife hates it. She always yells at me to put sunblock on. But because a lot of my face isn't shown, I don't really stress the sunblock until it's like a lot hotter in the season. So for you guys though, it is always smart to put sunblock on. If you have the option or you do care, put it on. But I never go crazy. Like I said, I always only use like 30 FPS.
One thing that is important is if you're not really aware of it, you're a lot closer to the sun when you're up here. So the rays are a lot stronger while you're up here. So sunscreen is actually really important. Don't just say, oh, I never get sunburned. Like, it's a real thing. It really happens. Take care of your skin.
And it reflects off the snow. So a lot of people, sea level, like, oh, the sun's not that bad. Like, that Colorado sun will fry you. All right, Sarah Beth asks, what resort have you never been to that you really want to go to? And for me, it's Bear Mountain. I think it'd be sweet to go to Bear. We do have a California trip, February 25th through the 3rd. We'll be heading out there, but we're riding North Star, Kirkwood, and Heavenly. We won't be making it out to Bear, which would be super sweet. But that's okay. We're still riding some 3 awesome resorts. But one day we'll make it out to Bear, and hopefully every resort in the world.
For me, I haven't seen enough mountains to really know what I'm most excited about a mountain. So, like, I don't really know what I'm looking forward to when I go to these 3 mountains that you just mentioned. But I'm still super excited. I don't really have one in particular that I'm super excited for. But, yeah, just going to new mountains is going to be a blast, and I cannot wait.
EK Film says, have you ever tried skiing? And no, I haven't, and I don't see myself trying anytime soon. Just because I'm not the best snowboarder I could be. So I don't really want to give up a day of snowboarding to go skiing when I can like use that day to become a better snowboarder. So don't really have any interest to go skiing because I guess I just want to be the best snowboarder I can be. Opkrok says, any tips for first time ski vacations? I would highly recommend taking a lesson if you can. So if you're coming out for like a 3-day trip, take a lesson because they're going to teach you kind of like how to ski or snowboard. And that way you're not on the mountain just struggling the whole time and falling. And then if you do that your first day, your next 2 days, you can then go explore the mountain on your own and kind of figure it out. So I highly recommend taking a lesson if you can afford it. Ryan Fleck asks, what is your favorite skinny rail trick? Just so you guys know, the thinner the rail is, the harder it is to get a trick on it, just because there's less of a rail. I personally like half cab on, let's switch 180 on. To 50-50 because it's hard. It's not an easy trick to do on there. It looks very simple, but it's a lot harder than you would think just because of how small the rail is. So I just like that simple trick on the skinny rail.
Pretty sure I've only hit one skinny rail. It was the one that they recently added in I-70, and I felt like I did pretty good on it the first time, so I just gotta keep on focus 50-50s on it. Gotta get the basics down before I move up.
Evan McClure asks, do you like snowboarding or skateboarding better or more? I prefer snowboarding more than skating. Even though I really like skating, I like vert skating more than street. Yeah, if I had to choose to do one or the other, I would pick snowboarding. I like snowboarding a lot more than skating.
Personally, I think skating's skating's harder than snowboarding. There's a lot more into the tricks and stuff, so that's fun, but overall, I'm very new to both of the sports, so there's no really deciding factor. But I'm excited to, evolve my skateboarding this summer. It'll be a lot of fun. While snowboarding is not going to be the main focus anymore, it's mostly going to be skating. So,
Lego Kid asks, how do you sustain living if you're always snowboarding and editing? Well, a lot of it comes down to time management. So because I work really early, or we work really early in the morning, we're off early. That allows us to go snowboarding. So we're done snowboarding around 3:30 or 4, so we're home by 4:30 or 5. Jump on the editing and try and get that done by 7 so I can eat some food and then spend about 2 hours with my wife. huge shout out to her. She allows me to spend a lot of time editing and going snowboarding and stuff like that, because she knows I enjoy it and she knows that you guys enjoy it. So she is making some sacrifices to allow me personally to do all of that editing, because that's what takes away the time from her. The snowboarding I do while she's at work, but really it's just having good time management and then just being efficient with your time.
And lack of sleep.
And then you just don't sleep. Like, sleeping is like optional. Like tonight, it's almost 10 o'clock and we work at 3:30.
Just Griffin asks, how do I start getting better at rails?
So with anything, it starts with progression. You got to start with boxes, ride on rails, the small stuff, and then just keep getting more and more and more and more, progressing or evolving. A lot of it has to do with urban-ons. Try jumping over the rail opposed to jumping right onto it. That way you can kind of figure out the height. You're not going to clip your front and taco the rail. Once you get comfortable going over it, try putting your feet on it and then getting off of it, and eventually just, once again, just keep progressing and get on that feature. It all starts with just doing it, so get out there and try, guys.
Nighty Night asks, some skiers think that snowboarders are reckless. Do you feel similarly towards skiers, like they're arrogant or rude in general? P.S. I'm a skier, but I have nothing against anyone. I'm probably going to switch to snowboarding in the future.
I wouldn't say that it's snowboarders that are reckless or like skiers that are reckless. I would say it's that person that is reckless. It doesn't matter whether you're on a snowboard or skis. If you're a reckless person, you're going to go out and be reckless. Also, when it comes down to the rude thing too, like, snowboarders aren't rude and skiers aren't rude. It's a person is rude. So like when I'm on the mountain, I don't see a skier and go, ah, stupid skier, you're so rude, or you're in my way, you're reckless. Like, I don't think that. If I see a person that's out of control or being rude, I'm like, that's kind of a rude snowboarder, that's kind of a rude skier. But once again, it's not what they're riding, it's who they are.
And just to add on to the whole, it's that person, a lot of it has to do with, like, if you're just unaware of what's going on, you know, a skier or snowboarder could be in your way, but in all reality, it's up to the rules of the mountain. Like, who's the downhill skier? They're gonna have the right of way. So it's just, you know, being unaware, it can make that person react a certain way. So as long as those people are reacting the proper way, it'll make the situation better. Just overall, everyone will have more fun.
That's what it's all about, fun. Alright guys, that's where we're going to end the Q&A. If we didn't answer your questions, it's probably because we answered it in the last Q&A. So we'll link that one down below. So check that out, guys. Also, any questions about BBAD, new sponsor, we meet with them on the 17th. So we don't have a lot of those answers yet. But we will hopefully have them, and we'll be answering those for everybody. Also, today's sticker shout out goes to McGavin. He's got it on his blue helmet. It's looking sick. We'll throw this sticker up over there. Check that out. Remember, guys, if you want one of our Evolution stickers, we have black, we have white, we have board stickers. Links in the description down below. Check those out, guys. So many of you guys are getting them. We're seeing them on the mountain. We're hearing about them on the mountain. You guys rock. We love it. Thank you for supporting the channel. If you guys missed day 90, we'll throw it up over there too. That was a fun day. Check it out. We're so close to our goal of 130 days on the mountain, so we're going to keep cruising, going towards that. We have a trip to Tahoe. We're working on our Park City trip. We just can't get the days off for some reason. But we'll get those off. We'll come see you guys in Park City, and we'll try and go to Vail. A lot of requests for Vail. We're going to make our way out there. But, as always, guys, thanks for watching, and keep evolving. We'll see you next time. Good job, Patriots. Best Super Bowl I've ever watched.